Tubbs, a win to end the season, you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, just about the result. It's been a tough couple of days for the boys, especially when they thought they'd finish last Friday, and then they've been away and done the mad Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever days, and they've come in, and it was, I suppose, the game was what we probably expected, not the fast-flowing sort of stuff that we normally have, but yeah, relieved to get the result, and pleased for the boys because they've worked really, really hard this year, and to cement 7th place is something that is the building blocks that we spoke about. So yeah, I'm proud of them.
After last season, you must be delighted, obviously, to climb up that table and maybe next season go one better and get in the playoffs. Yeah,
obviously, we'll take stock and have a look at this year first. Again, a little bit frustrated about us indiscipline. A couple of men in the sin bin for little bits and all that, and it's not good enough, and that's what we're talking about in pre-season, going all about discipline and keeping 13 on the field. It's a little bit easier when you've got 13 to play, so yeah, a little bit frustrated there, but certainly delighted that we talked about survival last year, we talked about developing this year, and I think we've done that, and we've just missed out on the top 6. Finish 7th. Next year's got to be a realistically aim, and talk about the top 6 and trying to get in there. There's a lot of players going to be still with us next year. There'll be 1 or 2 leaving, and I wish them all the best in the next part of their journey. But there's exciting times ahead here, and some of the signings, people will start taking notes, and we can start looking at being even more competitive than we have been this year.
Just on today, how nerve-wracking was that end when you were down to 11 in Dewsbury, flinging the ball about? It looked dangerous for a few minutes.
Yeah, it was. It was certainly one of them that you could have potentially, when you go down to 11 men, you could throw it away, and I'm delighted that they hung on, because it'd have been a cruel blow and a killer for the end of the season if we hadn't done so. It just showed a little bit more resolve and desperate, and you needed to be, because as I said, there were 1 or 2 people that were disappointed with their final game of the 2022 season, but you've got to respect the guys. They've had a long season. They thought the season would close down last Friday. Done what they've done, both teams, that is. Credit to Finney and these guys getting a team out. They only had 16 players, so it was a difficult one for both teams, but yeah, just relieved. Really delighted that we've wrapped up the season with a win at home for the fans, and now we can relax a little bit, look forward to Friday night, and go and do the end of season presentation with all the teams throughout the club, the LD, the wheelchair, the women's, who's had a successful season this year, and obviously the men's. So close it down correctly, get a few weeks away from each other, and then the recruitment is on full drive, and I'm really looking forward to pre-season already, if I'm honest, because there's some exciting news just around the corner for you people.
Just finally on today, a debut for Ben Shields. How do you think he went in this?
I thought it was great. A tough gig for him, because he's been great throughout the year. He's been to every training session. He hadn't had a sniff, and to get his own debut, his mum and dad here to present in the shirt, class. And I thought he looked dangerous, and I thought he looked good. So he's got to be really pleased with himself. Yes, he got a bit of a dead leg, so that's come off later on in the game. But delighted for him, because he's a good kid and one that has got a bit of potential.
He was on that right side with Chris Wellimore. We already know he's going to be here next year. Another 2 tries for him today, and what's been a great first season in red and gold for Chris.
Yeah, he's a champion, mate. We're delighted, obviously, that the right hand side, Bish, Chris and Thax are staying. They've scored some tries between them this year, haven't they, when you total them all up. So yeah, really pleased. Bish has been great, ultimate pro. So has Chris, and he looked after Shieldsy tonight and gave him a lot of confidence, which playing outside for Shieldsy was very good. But delighted with Chris, and delighted he's staying, as I said, because he's a champion of a bloke.
And Tubbs, finally, the women, they get their playoff campaign underway next week. at home. Just a few words on them in their first season.
Yeah, first of all, just make sure you fans vote for the man of the match. They all count, and there were some big performances by a lot of people today, so please vote. The women have been outstanding. You know, the work that Liam and Dan have done is first class. To cement the league leaders shield last week, which is great. And yes, next Sunday, the 25th, I believe, they're playing here in the semi-finals. So please come down, come and watch. I'm going to be sat in the stand, hopefully with a quiet beer or two, have a beer with you guys. Come and support them, because it's a fantastic achievement, and you know, they're a great bunch. They're working really hard for each other, and let's try and sing them, you know, get them to a final, which is a week or so later. So get down, support them. They've been a credit to themselves. The club is so proud of them, and let's cheer them all the way to the final.